Hello guys, Grumpy. Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Ultimate Edition. Sorry I hadn't uploaded in a while. Honestly, I was just kind of burnt out of the game. I kind of go through spells like that, but I did play a couple hours a few days ago. And so, by the way, here's the quarry. It's finished. Now, here's the dilemma I'm having. I need to build 3 more of these to build the hanging gardens, because the hanging gardens are going to cover up the quarries. So it's going to be 2 by 2. I'm going to build the quarries in a 2 by 2 pattern. And I was originally thinking I wasn't going to go this way because I got all that water. It's pain to cover it up. But if we come back to the house, let me come over here real quick and turn around and look. I didn't think about that when I originally said I wasn't going to quarry this direction. But I guess I need to get on the roof so you can see what I'm talking about. But it looks like the hanging gardens will be too far back. So I'll go here and show you what I'm talking about. And by the way, I built the ore processor finally. Okay, here we go. You see the quarry right there? Now, last episode I was talking about quarrying it, putting a second quarry over there. But if I was inside the house or even on top of here and I look, the hanging gardens was going to be more in that direction. I was kind of always intended it to be straight ahead of me when I look out this window right here. But then again, I can't see out that window very good anymore because of the barrels down there. And by the way, here's, I don't remember if this was here last time, but I have some solar panels. Those are red power solar panels. As to power up the ore processor. The ore processor uses sorting machines and retrievers. I need to fix this some too. By the way, I built 32 more solar panels, and I'll probably end up building even more. Yeah, but here's the roof now. I don't think I've done anything since then. Basically, here's what I've done. We're going to do some work up here on the power grid here in a minute, but I'm just going to briefly show you the ore processor. I'm not going to baby step through it, but here's the ore processor. It's kind of elaborate looking. It kind of is, but when I built this, I wasn't really worried about space. I was just trying to get it working. I never built an ore processor out of red power stuff before, and so a little more difficult than I thought just to get it up and running. But anyway, briefly go over how it works. Here's the way it used to be is I had a retriever hooked up to, not a retriever, a filter hooked to this chest. By the way, this item tesseract is hooked up to the quarry. And there was a filter right here, and it just pulled stuff out and put it into these barrels. Any overflow went into this chest. So here's what I've done now. I move the filter to here, and it pulls the stuff out, and it feeds it into this chest right here. It's just a buffer chest, so normally it's empty, but if the ore process starts getting backed up, this chest starts filling up. And here's a sorting machine. It just sorts. Black goes to the macerator, brown goes to the oven. These 2 green ones, these go to the recyclers. And what's this? Purple. That's black. Don't remember what. Oh yeah, black goes straight to the macerator too. So I guess this could be over here. I probably took something out. That's what happened. Yeah, I had coal in there. I put coal in there sometimes because sometimes I want to make coal dust. And if I do want to make coal dust, I'll temporarily stick a piece of coal in there. But anyway, anything that doesn't go into these slots goes to red. And red is the barrels, and it still works the same way. If item can't go into a barrel, it goes into this overflow chest here. Now I can come down here and show you the recyclers. I've got 4 of them. I've got them overclocked. I got 3 overclockers in each. I may end up reducing that. What I'm thinking I want to do is take these scrap boxes and use them to make electricity. I'm not sure if that's efficient or not, especially with 3 overclockers. Have to do some research, or somebody knows, let me know. But basically, the sorting machine sends the stuff to the recyclers, and once the recyclers do their thing, this retriever right here pulls the scrap out, goes through an auto crafting table, and it comes out as scrap boxes. Now it looks like I only got 24, but I actually pull them out of this barrel and put them in here. I like the diamond chips better than the barrels, but I like to be able to open it up and see everything. It's, to me, that's more visual. I can look at that and say, oh, I got a crap ton of that stuff. Or this 51 times 64. I know that's a lot of cobblestone, but it just doesn't seem as impressive. But anyway, let's go up here and work on the power grid. And by the way, what I was kind of doing, since I hadn't been playing Feed the Beast much lately, I was playing some other games. I was playing Dishonored. I love that game. I love stealth games. In fact, I started a Let's Play of, what was it, Hitman Assassin? The last Hitman game, whatever it was called. I don't remember what it was called. Hitman something. Absolution. But I didn't really like that game. But that Dishonored, that is a very fun game. The stealth is very fun. Assassinating people is fun. But anyway, what we're doing to the power grid right here is the problem I'm having is the generators downstairs. Remember the coal power plant? They run all the time. Well, they don't run all the time, but what happens is I don't want them. I don't want those things to kick on unless I have low electricity. So as we can see right here, this one is building up a charge, and this one's draining. And so what I want to happen is this line right here. This comes from the coal power plant. I only want this thing to kick on when the total storage drops below 50%. So I have two MFSUs here, this one and this one. Now if this one is completely full and this one's got something in it, the total storage is above 50%. I only want the generators to kick on when the storage drops below 50%. So typically I don't need the generators, and I want them to just build up the coal coke, and only use those as emergency backup. Like if there's a really high demand on the power grid, like if I start using all my machines and stuff, then they'll drain. The stuff I got now won't be able to keep up without those generators. But anyway, I don't want to waste any coal. And so let's set this to, I think emit if full. Yes, I think emit if full. And so what's going to happen, it's going to emit if full obviously, but let's knock this down. We're going to put an EU splitter here. This is a pretty straightforward project, and honestly it's nothing I got planned for this episode, so we'll have to figure something out in a minute. Well, here we go, and I believe that is it. That should be working. Actually, let's go get an EU reader. Right now the well, it might be easier just come down here and check the generators. But I was thinking about turning all that scrap. I don't hear a zombie. It sounds like he's in the house. I hate that. There's got to be like a little cave somewhere. He's around here somewhere. I don't think he's in the house proper. But anyway, let's check these out. Yeah, I have 8 of these. I'm thinking about adding even 4 more down here. But I'll have these 4 I add down here run off scrap. So I'll get my scrap down here. Maybe add, you see right here I have this chest right here. This is where I put my coal to convert it into coal coke. Maybe down here I'll just take this, get the scrap from upstairs, probably just use an item tesseract, and then just pump it into another set of generators. But they will be hooked up to this line, so they will actually only switch on 2 when these switch on. As you see right there, they all blinked. That means they just consumed a piece of coal. See, these things aren't really keeping up. I don't have the quarry running or anything, so I'm not using much electricity, but if we look right here, Well, it's because that second MFU's having to charge up, but normally when the MFSU was full and I was like running the ore processor, you would still see this thing drain. Not much, but it shouldn't have been drained at all because the other stuff could keep up. So I was kind of just wasting some of it. So after we do this, then let me grab that AU reader. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I was kind of babbling. I don't know, most of you probably watched several episodes, but an AU reader just reads the electricity going through the system. So let's see if this thing's charged up yet. No. It's going to take it a while to charge that one, apparently. But what we're going to do right now is make sure this is got electricity going through it. Well, I'm pretty sure it does. There we go. So the thing the power plant puts out about 88 EU per tick. Should be putting out more than that, so I may have a power loss somewhere. And you know what it probably is? I needed to put an MFE in line somewhere, because I remember that now when I first built that coal power plant a couple episodes ago. The coal power plant is like about where I'm pointing underground, so it's got to come all the way over here and up here, and it may be more than 40 blocks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's more than 40 blocks, and so I have a slight power loss. So you see if I have an extra MFE. We'll go fix that. Oops, I'll just do that. I don't like the way that looks, but I put some covers over about all I can do. But the covers, they don't look any better because then you can kind of see that. Well, I don't know. I'll worry about that later. By the way, I think I mentioned this, but I added 30. Yeah, I did. I added 32 more of these solar panels, which only generates 32 EU per tick more. We're going to have to wait for this one to charge up completely. And then what I want to see is if this thing shuts off. It should. So right now, this thing will emit a full. When this thing fills up, it's going to emit a signal, and that's going to turn off this EU splitter, which keeps the generators from turning on ever. Now, if you remember, I had the smart power grid. That just keeps you from wasting coal coke, so that all of it gets used up. But without the thing I just added, then the generators, they weren't like emergency backup generators. They were on all the time. Okay. By the way, right here, these recyclers, they run off of medium voltage. So I'd added transformer upgrade to them. But the power grid in the house runs off high voltage. So what I had to do here is I added a medium voltage transformer right here, and for some reason I added an MFE. I don't remember why I added an MFE. There may not have been a good reason, but it's there. So let me actually see if I have any more MFEs. I may not, but if I don't want to rob that one. I don't really feel like making one. I don't like making too much of that stuff on camera. Oh, by the way, I had a viewer, as I remember a while back, like episode 3 or 4, I mentioned that you'd get banned. I did ban one guy like a week or 2 ago. He I forget what he said. You have proper language. Some people get offended by profanity, even though I don't know, whatever. But anyway, he said, "Why don't you use the fucking Zycraft crystals, you dumbass?" And because if you remember from episode 2 or 3, I wasn't collecting them. Well, you see right here, I got a ton of them here. I got a ton of them here. There's way too many of them. One thing I do with that Zycraft blocks is I make that one tank. I made a couple tanks. There's still way too much of that crap. But anyway, yeah. Basically, he called me dumbass. He got instantly banned. So yeah, if you're a dick, I'll ban you. Still, what I like about YouTube, one thing I do like about YouTube, it's the only place on the internet where I don't have to put up with trolls. Well, just one time. If you're gonna troll me, make sure it's good, because it's only gonna happen one time. So anyway, sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, let's see. Well, I forgot what I was gonna do. No, I'm kind of babbling walking around. Apologize, but I also played Bioshock Infinite a little bit. That game I didn't like as much. I probably played like a quarter of it or a third of it and got bored with it. It's not a bad game. I'm just real picky on games. I didn't like that one. One I have been playing is Bloom Tower Defense 5 Deluxe. That game's fun. I like tower defense games, so that's what I've been playing the last week or so. I tell you what I need to do real quick. You put a ladder right here, because if I'm right here and I want to get up there, I have to go around this way. You can come up these steps. So we'll go grab some ladders real quick. Should have some pre-made. Now, I don't know why people got to be dicks. You know, it kind of ticks me off when people like that are dicks me, because in real life that doesn't happen much. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm like 6 feet tall and like 300 pounds. I mean, people look at me, the first thing they always say, "Do you play football?" But I'm a pretty big guy, so people don't mess with me too much usually. But on the internet, man, you get the little people cuss you out. I was like, I kind of generally, I'm on the same way. I act the same way on the internet that I do in real life. I don't know why people act like jerks just because they can, I guess. But shows you as society, people want to be dicks a lot. They don't, because they're worried about getting their ass whooped or getting in trouble or whatever. But on the internet, they don't care. But anyway, yeah, let's put these ladders down here. I usually end up, honestly, I end up banning about, on average, about one person a month. It may seem like a lot, but when you got 6,000 subs, it's not really. I don't tolerate trolls, and if you start using, I'll cuss a little bit in videos, and I'll get away with you cussing in a comment. But if you're actually cussing somebody else out, like calling them an MF or whatever, then that's not a good thing. So. But if you just, throw in an occasional swear word in the comment, I could care less. I don't like seeing people trolling. There's like arguments on some of the videos. There's the one video where people are arguing over, I said aluminum, and there's some guy says aluminium, and I don't care. There's a big debate on that on one of the videos, but they're kind of, they're not too, it's just an argument. They're not really cussing anybody out or anything. But anyway, let's grab a tree tap here. I'm gonna go tap some trees real quick. Electric tree tap. There's a huge. I'm not gonna do that much. I'm not gonna get that much rubber, but I'm gonna come over here, and we're actually gonna do some caving. But there's a lot of trees over here, so I might get a couple pieces of rubber while we're here. Who's that zombie? It's like he's following me around or something. Sounds like slimes. Oh, wow. Cool, we got a slime trap. That didn't work as much as a trap, but oh well. Now, somebody mentioned making quantum armor, and I made some, and honestly, I'm not impressed with it. I hadn't got around to taking it back off, but I usually use bronze armor. Or no, say not quantum. Did I say quantum? I might have said quantum. I meant nano armor. If I said quantum, I meant nano, but nano armor has the same protection value as iron. Bronze actually works better, so I usually use bronze. If somebody said, "What?" I had a couple people say, "Why don't you use nano armor?" So I made some, and that's actually what I'm wearing. And some people may be wondering why I don't use the electric jetpack. It's because I use the battery packs to keep my tools charged up, and they constantly drain, and it's easier for me to just have that backpack. I need to make the upgraded versions, but I hadn't got around to it. I remember last time I was going to make some. I didn't have the resources to do it, so I never did it. And so over here, my girlfriend planted a bunch of, she's got farms over here. There's her watermelons, and over here's pumpkins. But let me see here. There's a cave over here. Let me go to it if I remember where it was at. By the way, I did find a spider spawner. Jungle, volcano, home, pyramid. Nope, I forgot to set a waypoint for it. Well, actually, here it is right here. That's easy enough. Yeah, there's a cave down here. So now I hear a zombie, but this is where I expect to hear a zombie. So I did explore this a little bit. I still do some caving, but it's not like... More or less, I just do it every now and then just for the fun of it. I have the quarry now for resources, but every now and then you just feel like going caving. Oh yeah, there's a big pocket of coal. Or copper. Here's some coal. And so there is actually, I need to do a couple more tutorials for Greg Tech, because he's got more machines now. I don't know how I found it. I hadn't really been keeping track of that stuff, but he's got a couple or three new machines, and so I need to do some tutorials on those. As you can see, this cave I haven't really explored a whole lot. It's not like it's completely explored or anything. I don't know what that. I think it's aluminum. That stuff's too much of that stuff too. Now, usually when I'm caving, I light up ahead of me a little bit, so that way I can come back here and get some of this stuff without worrying about so much of something sneaking up on me. There we go. So yeah, like I said, I was mentioning that Dishonored. If you hadn't tried that game and you like stealth games, I highly recommend it. It's one of the probably the most fun stealth game I've ever played. And so if you're not familiar with it, it's basically set. It's a steampunk top game. It basically feels like a Victorian setting, like you're in England during the early Industrial Revolution or something. It's pretty cool, but there's magic and stuff. But anyway, you play an assassin, and it's typical to most stealth games. You get there's achievements if you go through there in ghost level, meaning you didn't even get detected. And you can play the game without killing anybody, or you can go through there like I did and kill everything that moves. I mean, I'd kill everything. As a matter of fact, when I was playing that game, if I turned around and saw a guard behind me that I missed like 100 yards back, I'd go back for him. That is so much fun killing people in that game. What makes it so much fun is your guy can teleport short distances, like, I don't know, like 30 or 40 feet or 50 feet, something like that. So you can teleport right behind them and stab them. You can actually teleport into their face and kill them real quick. Like most stealth games, you get a bonus to damage if you kill them without them knowing you're there. But if you teleport right into their face, then they're temporarily like not disabled, but like disoriented or whatever, so you can still get your damage bonus. So you see a guy, it's so much fun, you're up on a rooftop, you see him walking back and forth just on his patrol. You just teleport into his face and stab him. It's a lot of fun. BioShock, I don't know why I didn't like it. For one thing, I didn't like the setting as much. And they kind of baby stepped you too, like that girl with you. She kind of annoyed me. A lot of people probably liked her, but she looked like a Disney character to me. If you go back and look at that game, tell me that she doesn't look like something out of a Disney movie. If you say she doesn't, you're full of it. But yeah, anyway, it's an alright game. I know it's got real good reviews, but you know, to each their own. There's a lot of games I'll play that got like a rating of like 30 or 40 out of a scale of 100, and I think they're some of the funnest games ever, and they'll get bad reviews. And then there's other games that are supposed to be some of the greatest games of all time that kind of bore me. Another example of that was Half-Life. I'm not really a big straight up shooter guy. I like it when they add other elements, you know, like stealth or something, but if it's just a straight up shooter, typically they bore me. Exception would be like the Call of Duty games. But the last Call of Duty game I actually played was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, but I played the first one, the second one, the third one, and that was the 4th one, but I just never played any more after that. Honestly, if they don't add any new gameplay elements, or it feels like you're playing the same game over and over, I get bored. I like novelty. I like to play a type of game I've never played before, and that's probably one reason Dishonored was so much fun, because a lot of other games had stealth, but that was the first game I played where you just teleport next to somebody and kill them. I got a ton of exploring down here to do still. You'd think as much as I've been playing that I'd have all the caves by the house explored, but I don't. Reason being, because usually what I would do is I like to explore fresh caves a lot. So what I'll do is I'll go walk a long ways from the house to go look for a cave. I don't know what that is. I think it's either tin or silver. I don't remember. I'll grab it. Yeah, I got a lot of that mine track from those mines. I think that might be silver because there's a ton of it. Honestly, can't remember. I think that is silver. Let me see. I might be able to tell. Silver, tin. Well, looking right there, they look the same, but I don't remember. I'll grab it anyway. I can tell right here now. Let me look, see which I got more of. Yeah, I think it was 10. That don't really matter. I'm taking it anyway. Yeah, I got a ton of exploring to do in here still. You guys want to see me do some more caving, let me know. I haven't been doing too much. I've been doing a lot of building. This Minecraft, I like it all. Some people, just because it's Feed the Beast, all they'll do is build machines, but I still like to explore and pimp out my house, decorate, and all that kind of stuff. Let me see. I guess the bees are just give her that one. I think that right there might be 10. Let me see. I don't remember. No, that was lead. Well, I sure got down a low level real quick. I don't remember getting down this low. There's some unexplored stuff down here. Well, no, it's not. It just wasn't lit up. I can tell you one thing I've noticed at the house. You remember how I've been having a lot of lag issues? Well, one thing is this. I think it's the red power machines, because I read somewhere there's a bug. Red power is causing a lot of lag now. Oh shit! Oops, sorry. Watch. There's 2 of them right back to back. And there's another one. Man, what the hell? That's a lot of creepers. I don't know where all those guys come from. Oh, it was one of those crystals. Man, I started getting my heart going because I have no idea how to get back here. Well, I guess I do a little bit. Grab some more of it. Yeah, it's just going to fall down. Yeah, I'm grabbing this stuff. Ooh, that's good. Wow, that's tungsten. I don't know too much of the use for it. I know it's used to make wolfranium, which is used in reactors, but I can't remember if it's got any other uses or not. There we go, we got some more of that. So yeah, probably got this chest already, yeah. And see, I can get a lot of this track, because I know track's a lot harder to make in these games than it is in, say, vanilla Minecraft. Let's throw some stuff in here real quick. There we go, we'll make a little inventory room. And we can get a little of this track. Yeah, if you want to see me build something else, let me know, because as far as what I have planned to build, I really hadn't thought much beyond the hanging gardens. It's probably going to be a while before I get around to building that, because basically I could have built 3 more quarries. Notice right now I don't need to have a quarry going. It's one of them projects I need to set up a quarry and get it going. Yeah, you got a bunch of good tracks. Probably do something with the tracks. People, I got some requests for Steve's carts. Never mess with it, so that'll be a project to do one day. I'm out of torches, and I just put all my coal. Making torches always makes me nervous, because basically when you're in the screen, something can come up to you and kill you. Nothing down here but a little iron. Iron's still good. I'm not to the point yet where this stuff is still valuable. The quarry actually didn't find that many diamonds this time. I only got like half a stack of diamonds. That first quarry I built where the pyramid's at, that quarry gave me like I think it was like a stack and a half of diamonds. That thing found a lot of diamonds. Well, the second quarry only found like a half a stack of diamonds. So overall, I've got like probably right now about, I think I got almost a full stack of diamonds. That's about what I have, I think. So it's not like I'm running super low on it anyway. Let me see, I gotta figure out how to get down here. Well, that'll work. I need to light this up though, this area isn't lit up. Let's see, let's put another torch down here. Am I going to get all that track? I just get some of it. I kind of haphazardly. I'm just having fun exploring. I'll grab some stuff I won't. Basically, I came down here for the gold. Gold is pretty valuable because was that medium stone or whatever? Used the gold to turn that stuff into diamonds. So somebody asked me, how did I get so many diamonds? Well, that's how I got so many diamonds. One, I used the medium stone, and I did a lot of caving, but also the quarry got it. But I like the medium stone. I don't use it too much. I just make some diamonds with it every now and then. And to each his own. Some people still think it's cheaty. That's fine if you think that. I don't care. I can find stuff to do in this game. I'm not one of them guys that just beeline straight to quantum armor, but I could find stuff to do in this game. My favorite thing is building machinery and pimping out the house. Resource gathering, not so much fun. Right now, I'm getting resources, but it's more like I'm exploring, so that's why it's periodically I like to do it. It's fun. There we go. There's our diamonds. Let's light this up before we do this, though. I don't want to get ambushed by any mobs. That should be good. There's a bat. I don't know if bats have any use or not. I might drop something useful. I don't know. It's mainly those diamonds I was wanting. There we go. Yeah, this drill's real fast about getting up the railroad track. I think the regular picks take forever. I don't remember. Used to do that trick where you throw down some water and then the water we'll pick them up. Let's see if that still works. Yeah, it still works. That's another way to do it right there. Was that lead? Lead, there's way too much of that stuff. Oh, that was nickel. I didn't want that crap. I was thinking it was some of this other, those shards. Or, I don't know what these things are called. This shards or something. I just don't remember. Yeah, fire shards and water shards. I don't know too much about Thumbcraft, but that's actually one of the things I was going to do. It's one of the things that Greg Tech added. Is what was it called? A magic energy converter. It's one of the tutorials I need to do. But it takes all those vis shards and converts them into electricity. So I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about using them in this world, but I'm also going to make a tutorial on it. It's not too hard, but you'd be surprised a lot of stuff. It doesn't seem that hard. Learning this game, though, stuff's very intimidating. Tutorials are very helpful. But if you go back and look at a lot of my tutorials, if you first started, a lot of people been subscribed to me for several months, and their first experience with learning how to play the game might have been with my videos. But if you've been playing now for a few months and you go back and watch those videos now, most of them, they aren't as complicated as you think. I do got some really deep tutorials, but most of them aren't. Man, I hate those crystals. Let me see, that's too much work there with the water, and I don't really have a reason to get rid of it anyway. Water bugs me. I like watch Good. That's one of his complaints too, is the waters. He always hates water, but I'm not as anal about it as him. I can leave it. I don't have to get every last little bit of it. So I think I've been recording for a little over 30 minutes. Well, we got a little caving done, and I also upgrade. Oh, actually, I don't usually do this, but I want to go back. Let me teleport back to the house. See, yeah, it is a little cheaty, but it's not too cheaty because, you know, I'm not going to die my way back. I know how to get out of here. Usually what I do, I care if I'm lost, I'll just tard pillar straight up, or dig my way up. And so, but I wanted to see if that thing is working properly before I end this video. I think it's going to have enough time now to have this thing charged. So yes, that's charged. Let's see what this one's at. This one's halfway. But let's grab this EU reader. Yeah, so it shut it off. You can see it right there. This thing's emitting a signal now. So because the power is above 50%, the generators kick off. So now those generators, they're acting as backup power, which is kind of what I intended all along. I don't like having to turn on my coal into coal coke, because you could use it for other things like making diamonds and use it for that carbon plate and all that kind of stuff. Let's get back in the house here. I'm going to go check out. We're going to go ahead and grab some coal real quick. Not sure if I got too much, but let me see. Yeah, I got a couple stacks of it. Let's grab like 2 stacks of it. But see, now these generators will build up coal coke, and I won't have to use as much of it. Ideally, these things will never kick on, but this thing right here is kind of took a long time to build, but this is the fun part of Feed the Beast. To me, is building stuff like this. I mean, I might build some big elaborate machine like an elevator and never use the thing. It's just the principle of the matter, proving that you can do it, and just the challenge of it. But ideally, these generators, probably won't use them too much. So you can see them filling up there. Let's see how much coal we got loaded in here. Yeah, so these things work like they were supposed to. I don't think I'm going to build any more of these semi-fluid generators. We'll just have to see, because I think this tank will fill up. Now, when I put coal in here, it's not going to be used until I got a high demand on the power grid, and that is possible because once I turn those the ore processor on, like once I got a quarry going, these things do use a lot of power. Because if you look right here, this furnace has 8 overclockers, and this one has 8 overclockers, and I got 4 recyclers, and each of those have 3 overclockers. And that's probably not quite enough to kick on the generators, but if I come over here and start using these machines, this is what I do. These are the machines I use if I want to do something manually. Well, this one has 9 overclockers, 12 overclockers, 8, 9, 10, 11 more overclockers. I don't know why that one machine didn't have overclockers, but 8 more overclockers over here. So these right here are the power hogs. But once I start doing stuff manually, then that power grid will start draining. That second MFSC will start draining, and once it drains, then the first MFE starts draining, then the generators will kick on now. So that's pretty cool. That's the way I always intended to have it set up. So I could call that project finished, but I'm probably going to add more generators to handle all this scrap right here, because I got more scrap. I know what to do with it. I convert it into scrap boxes just to minimize the storage. Eventually I get a matter fabricator, and then I'll feed the scrap into that. But for right now, I'm just going to probably either store it or use it for electricity. But anyway, this is Grumpy. We will see you next time. Appreciate you guys watching.